the strength of your arms. Keep me safe and sound. One thing that I love about this is she's doing what her fucking voice wants to do, okay? Kia ora and welcome. My name's Zoe Stebe, your vocal coach for today. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Rhianna with Lift Me Up. Now, I have over 18 years of experience of teaching people how to sing, and so many people tell me like that Rhianna cannot sing. And I'm here to tell you, poo-poo to you who thinks that Rhianna can't sing. We're just gonna take a look at her vocal technique and see what she's up to. Admittedly, I haven't seen this performance, but I love this song. So anyway, let's stop dilly-dallying, let's get straight to it. Oh wow, is that not just a wonderful vocal color that she's got there? This is actually one of the songs, I'm gonna add it to my list of my chest voice beginner songs. Hold me in a So we're going to get to the chorus bit or the pre-chorus, but it starts on the middle C, which is really excellent for you to start your chest voice sound. It's a thicker vocal fold closure. Now we do know that our I was going to say Rhianna has that lift me up. She's got almost like, it sounds like a bit of a pressed vocal fold sound. Now she's or vocal fold closure, sorry, but she's really, really close to the microphone, and you can actually afford to do that where you can kind of press the vocal folds a little bit more together than you usually would if you reduce the volume and come really, really close. Let's just watch that again because it's just so heartfelt. Oh, stunning. It's just such a stunning sound. I know a lot of people want to be able to create this like little bit of grit that's going into her sound. And I'm almost sometimes not sure if everyone can do that actually. Let me know in the comments if you had a completely clean sound and you were able to create this kind of like little bit of grit. It's hold me in 100 days. I'm not really too sure, yeah, because it could be due to the physiology of her larynx itself, but we would need to have a look inside. So when you hold me in a so she's up on that A flat 4 above the middle C. Now that's not particularly high, but we hear it and we like think that it's quite high. We know she can sing much higher, yeah, it's not about that. But it's often to do with the size of the larynx or the position of the larynx. And I feel like she's starting with a slightly lowered larynx that's making the sound darker. Lift me up. I mean, she's got a much darker sound than I do. Yeah, I'm a high soprano with a teeny tiny larynx. So my sound is always going to sound brighter than hers. But we have love me in 100 dreams. I mean, that is definitely, for me, more of like this, I'm trying like really hard to like climb up on something, or like, oh, I'm so tired, and trying to create that sort of sound. And that's coming through a little bit of the constriction is tightening of the area above the vocal folds. that we would do when we would have like a bit of a complaint. But we need to be careful about how much effort we're using when we're actually creating that chest voice sound. If you're looking to improve your chest voice and you're like, I just feel like my voice gets really tired and I like can't reach those high notes, or I'm pulling up chest voice, then check out my link in the description below if you'll find my chest voice challenge. I also have it available in my Vocal Academy, which is my online singing school, which is also available down in the description below. Let's go into this chorus because I know she's going to take it out. Like, loving the soft and this like gumming into the volume and then like introducing a bit of breath as well.
When you go to sleep, keep me in the warmth of your love. When you depart, keep me safe, safe and sound. Lift me up, hold me down, keep me safe, safe and sound. Drowning in an endless sea.
So I'm loving the way that she lift me up. It's almost like a bit of a, I know that's not a lullaby, but I feel like it's a lullaby, just so heartfelt, going into, which is probably not what we were expecting really. Now that she's going into the dun 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 dun, which is like the pre-chorus for the next verse. But with this chorus is lift me up, we've got a slight opening of the vocal folds. They open and close from the back, so we're just like opening them a little bit to allow that bit of breath. She's come right down in the volume, which is allowing the choir to come into play a little bit more there. And it's allowing as well, when we take the volume out for us to go higher in the range, it allows us to really, really think about that cry, which tips the larynx forward and allows us with much more ease to go higher up in the range. And it's something I often see with singers is they try and take too much volume further up, that she's going to go again up on that A flat, which is like totally within the chest voice range, which is why it's like not sounding strained or anything like that when she is using so much weight to go up there. Let's just go back on that. It's just like, so you really feel that she's like in the moment as well. And this is like, the orchestration is just absolutely stunning. Really boosts the song.
Drowning in an endless sea. Take some time and stay with me. Keep me in the strength of your arms. Keep me safe, safe and sound. Lift me up in your arms. I need love, I need love, I need love. Hold me,
Okay, now it's starting to get a little bit strange with it. Which honestly, nothing, not poo-pooing it. Yeah, but it's, I don't know, it sounds a bit odd. But to me, she's in the moment, she can do it. She's also Rhianna, like, who the fuck am I? So when we're, she went into that. So I know a lot of people, as I said at the start of the video, like they think that Rhianna can't sing because she's singing this in more of a head voice. Now, I must admit, I haven't listened to a hell of a lot of Rhianna, and I can't necessarily like talk about her entire, I found she's a fantastic singer. One thing that I love about this is she's doing what her fucking voice wants to do, okay? She's doing what her voice wants to do, which is to flip up there. Maybe that's an emotional situation. We're not Rhianna, how the on earth do we know? But maybe it's an emotional decision that she's made. Keep me safe. It actually feels almost more honest if we're not going, keep me safe, or we're not like belting the shit out of all of these high notes. So we're up on that C sharp. C sharp, D sharp 5, which is the octave above. Now, this is exactly what I would say to someone who's working on their chest voice sound, to like flip up into that more breathier head voice quality rather than trying to take the chest voice right up there. And it's just like, for me, that just hits me so much more than if she was to belt it. But notice this pulling back as well, like she's emoting more and like using her arms more when she is going into that breathy sound than when she's in this louder sound. Let's just watch that.
Drowning in an endless sea. Take some time and stay with me.
So when we do that, that's what's just meaning, like when we do keep me safe, you know, we're putting, that's, you know, she doesn't need to do that to hit the notes, guys. Like, she's a really well-trained singer. Even if she didn't have singing lessons, she's been around for a very, very long time, and she would have vocal coaches. I don't care what you read on the internet, she will have vocal coaches in her corner, especially like warming her up and doing all that sort of stuff with her work. Like, you don't get, every football team has a fucking physio on the staff. Like, she will have a vocal coach on her staff as well. Like, don't even go there, yeah? So I get really annoyed when people start like talking about how amazing it is that someone hasn't had coaching. Her length of her career has been so long, and she started so young, that is a form of training as well. Yeah, it's a form of training. You do something, you figure out it doesn't work, you change it. That's still training, okay? And she will have people in her corner watching out for her voice. I think you would listen to this and go like, that's really loud. But I think actually acoustically, the difference in the volume is probably not that massive. She's probably singing relatively quietly, but she's just really close to the microphone and it sounds loud. And then keep me safe would probably acoustically be almost like a little bit louder. I don't know. I'd have to hear her, because you would be, when you're singing higher with an increase in breath, usually it does sound a little bit louder as well. So you know, for this sort of thing, I want us to really, the microphone plays a massive role when we're singing this type of stuff. And it is an extension of our instrument as well, especially with contemporary singing.
Keep me in the strength of your arms. Keep me safe,
Oh, don't kill me, but before she gets into all of her improvisations, did you notice that when she was keep me in your strength, her mouth was actually quite a little bit more closed when she was singing in that more chest voice quality? And there was almost like more tension going on here in the jaw and the lips. And then when she would keep me safe, she suddenly like relaxed all of this mouth and this jaw position here. And that plays a massive role as well in our vocal quality. So this is the first formant. So we'll get a little bit technical here. So the first formant that we're creating, there's like 3 main formants that we're looking for in our singing. And we're always looking for which formant we're going to peak in terms of like which voice quality we're wanting to be in. So the first formant is created here at the level of vocal folds. The second formant is here in the mouth. So we can make a huge difference to the sound that we're making based on our tongue position and our mouth and our lip position. So let's just go back on that so you can have a little look again, but notice this massive, keep me safe, which is what we would be looking for if we were in a slightly more classical quality or even like more musical theater where we were going much higher in the range. We would be looking for a decidedly more loose area here to bring the jaw slightly forward, to increase the space here at the back of the mouth, not here up in the eyes, yeah, to increase the space here at the back of the mouth in order to make that sound more appropriate for that voice quality. Let's just watch that. Watch this difference in the tension.
keep me in the strength of your arms. Keep me safe, lift me up in your arms. I need love, I need love, I need love. Hold me,
Oh, that was just, you feel it with her, right? Like, I know I said that was a bit odd. It's just the way in which she's you it's like, can't really understand what she's saying. But that is like the point of a lot of these moments in music, is we are transcending lyrics. We're going to that place emotionally where it's like more than lyrics can express for us, and that's what happens when we go into these improvised sections that won't be improvised. I think she's pregnant in this performance as well. Anyway, she looks decidedly pregnant, okay? Also, because there's something like, sitting right underneath the diaphragm, your diaphragm's not able to descend completely, so you actually take on much, much less air. So that's why as well she's taking on these like it's almost shallower breaths the whole time. She's also got quite a tight top on. That will be probably, it looks tight to me anyway, around this midriff area, which is also contributing probably to a decrease in the ability to take on more air. Not that it sounded like she was struggling with it. Also with pregnant singers, the vocal folds it really depend on the hormone journey, can also become a little bit swollen. But that could be a reason why she's choosing not to go high, because we do know that Rhianna can sing much higher. Oh, lovely. I'm so sorry. I should really I just get so wrapped up in the performances that I don't even look at the timing or anything like that, because I just feel like that's whole another thing that I just can't concentrate on, that will just take away from the performance itself. That was absolutely wonderful. What a lovely, touching performance as well. Let me know down in the comments what you find the trickiest. If you sing Rhianna's song, what do you find the most challenging about her songs? I'd love to know, so that I can help you a little bit more with your vocal technique. And if you've enjoyed this video, then hit that subscribe button, because I'd love to see you around here more often. And it really does honestly help me to help more people like yourself with their vocal technique over here on YouTube for free. And if you're, she's got a lovely, lovely chest voice sound, but what it's all about is really finding your individual sound and what fits your physiology, like your body, the way you're built, and to do all that in a one-to-one kind of fashion. That's why I founded the Vocal Academy, which is an online singing school to help you with your vocal technique, with on-demand singing lessons, as well as bi-weekly masterclasses where I actually give you one-to-one feedback on your vocal exercises and your songs. So if you're interested in learning how to sing, then check out the Vocal Academy and we can work together. I'd love to see you around. Have an awesome rest of your day. If you love this video, then check out this one up here, and have an awesome rest of your day. Anyone can learn to sing. You just have to learn how to use your voice and to use this fantastic muscle that we all have. Happy singing. Ka kite anō.